Just when Nigerians braced for shocking headlines, Mele Kyari walks out of EFCC custody. But does his release signal innocence, or another chapter in Nigeria's revolving door of corruption? Former NNPC boss Mele Kyari has been released from the custody of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. But the story is far from over. Here's a deep dive into what's happened, why people are talking, and what this all reveals about corruption, accountability, and power in Nigeria. What happened? Release after interrogation. On September 11th, 2025, Mele Kyari, ex-CEO of NNPC Limited, was released from EFCC custody late in the night after being interrogated over alleged misappropriation of funds allocated for maintaining Nigeria's refineries. Kyari had earlier honored an invitation to EFCC headquarters in Abuja, where questions centered on the $7.2 billion refinery turnaround maintenance program. Prior to his release, a federal high court in Abuja had ordered the freezing of 4 bank accounts allegedly linked to him, accounts in JI's bank, including some in the name of the Guwari Community Development Foundation. The allegations still loom. Though released, Kyari remains under investigation. Key issues still being examined include whether billions of naira allocated for maintenance actually resulted in functional, productive refineries. There are serious questions about how much work was done versus how much was supposed to be done. The role of the frozen bank accounts. EFCC alleges they were used to launder proceeds under the guise of contracts and foundations, including payments disguised as NGO activities. Whether Kyari and other senior officials complied with due diligence, proper documentation, and regulatory oversight, areas often flagged in past refinery maintenance scandals. Why the release doesn't mean end of suspicion. Releasing a suspect doesn't always mean exoneration, especially in high-stakes corruption cases. Here's why many Nigerians are still watching closely. Presumption of innocence is a legal right, but public trust remains fragile after years of delayed justice in major oil sector scandals. Investigative momentum persists. Bank account freezes remain in place, and EFCC will likely continue gathering evidence. Legal process is slow. Court hearings, referring matters to trial, and establishing clear proof take time, and often public patience is short. What does this tell us about corruption and the system? There are larger takeaways from this incident. Many Nigerians see the oil sector as a repeating cycle of large sums, broken promises, and little accountability. This case underscores how easy it has been for large contracts and funds to move with limited visibility. Bank account freezing is a tool, one of the few visible levers to prevent further movement of suspected funds. Its use here shows EFCC pursues legal avenues rather than immediate arrests alone. The role of courts, specifically, the Federal High Court ordering account freezes, reinforces the checks and balances that can exist if judicial independence holds up. Key quotes and reactions. After leaving EFCC, Kyari stated, "I have done my part. The EFCC must do theirs without fear or favor, with honor, respect." Solace Base. A close source to the investigation confirmed his release late Wednesday, but made clear that being released doesn't end the inquiry. Sahara reporters. What's next? EFCC must present evidence publicly to build trust and avoid perceptions of cover-ups. Courts must push forward with frozen asset cases, prevent delay tactics and asset dissipation. Independent audits of refinery maintenance projects to establish whether money was spent effectively. Transparency in contract awards and completion reports to reduce room for abuse and inflated billing. Public and civil society oversight, a watchdog role to keep pressure on institutions. Implications and final thoughts. Mele Kyari's release marks a pivotal moment, not necessarily a turning point. If the EFCC follows through, this case could help set new expectations on accountability in Nigeria's energy sector. But if investigations stall or outcomes are hidden, cynicism deepens. For the oil sector, for public finance, and for Nigerians hoping for reform, this story is far from over. It's a test of whether Nigeria's institutions can translate rhetoric into action.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this update and want to stay informed with fast, reliable news, don't forget to subscribe to Newsflash 360. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. Your next headline is just seconds away.